Hello guys and welcome to Tharsis. Now Tharsis is something I have never shown in my channel and it's a game which is very different from almost anything I have shown in my channel. Now bear with me, I know this is not the kind of game you would expect in my channel, but depending on what you guys say, I will upload one game of this now and then. Now, this is one of those games that I got in Steam. I saw it, I think it was in Scott Manley's channel. It's kind of a board game with a spatial setup. And when I saw it in Scott Manley's channel, I think it was in his actually, not sure, but I think it was on his. Um, well, I was hooked. I was in love with what I saw. So I immediately went to Steam and I was surprised to see that it had mixed reviews, which means that they have almost as much negative reviews as positive reviews. So that, well, got me worried for a second, and I started looking at the forums, and I saw that most people were complaining that it's very hard, and that it's unbalanced, and that it's all RNG, everything is random, you don't really control the pace of the game or what happens. Um, I decided to give it a try. I gave it a try. I lost almost every of my initial games. Took me a while to win a game, but as I went by, I started realizing that this was a game where thinking is a must. I mean, you must think what you are going to do, because if you don't, the game is going to overrun you. And that's the problem. So many negative reviews saying the game is too hard. It's not the game is too hard. The game is hard. The game, let's not lie. The game is actually pretty hard, but it's perfectly beatable if you play it well. But people simply don't want to think, and I think it's very unfair for a game of this quality to have mixed reviews. Actually, lately I'm picking some games and playing them, and reviews have absolutely nothing to do with what the game actually is. So I'm starting to not even read the Steam reviews. But anyway, let's show what it is. I'm going to show this kind of. I'm not going to explain things previously. I'm going to explain them as they go. So let's start a new game. I'm going to go with the initial setup. These characters down here you unlock as you play. These characters up here are the ones you have unlocked at the beginning of the game. Down here there are very fun characters and very powerful ones, but the ones you begin with aren't bad at all. Actually, what I'm doing right now to play, when I play, is not going to happen now because now I'm going to play with these four. Is I just go in here, I click random, and I play with whatever the game picks for me. So I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to show things as they are when you start. Okay, so we have four different crewmen. The doctor gives 1 plus health to crew in the module is sitting at. The specialist has 1 extra reroll. The mechanic has a +1 sip each time it rolls a 5 or 6, and you use that roll for winning sip points. And captain gives 1 extra dice to crew in the same module he's sitting at. You are going to see this in work in a second. So let's confirm. I'm not going to put any of the game cutscenes because I don't want to spoil the cutscenes for anyone playing. Okay, let's start. Now, this is the ectomy. This is the ship you are at. You start, well, a very bad thing has happened. A micrometeorite shower has crippled the ship, has killed 2 crew, injured the rest, and now you simply have to survive until you reach to Mars. Now, the ectomy has, as you can see, several different positions. Each one of the positions does something different. Flight control, greenhouse, life support, medical bay, maintenance, laboratory, and operations. We will see what they do as we play, don't worry. Now, we have 2 events. These events cause damage to the ship, may cause damage to the crew, may cause simply the systems on the room be inoperative. What happens with this is that you need to solve them. Up here you have the amount of ship points. Currently, as you can see, we have 3, but we have a total of 4 incoming damage because of these things. The number above is the number we have to roll with the crew to clear the events. And the little dots here are the number of dice the crew has. Assists, we are going to explain it in a second. Food, between turns, you can use this to replenish dice in your crew. Down here is the research tree. You have 3 cards all the time. This is the cost in dice rolls: 6, 1, 3, and those are the effects. We are going to see this as we go. I'm not going to explain anything at the beginning. First, obviously, we need to solve this emergency. We have 4 incoming damage, we have 3 hulls, so we better get going. This one takes 23 to clear, and that's a lot. This one takes only 8, which is a lot less. So what I'm going to start is sending this guy who has 3 rolls. He doesn't have a lot of health, but it's more or less okay. So I'm going to send it here. And now we are going to roll. These 2 dice here, they are blue, they say Tharsis. We have 2 rerolls. 1 roll and then 1 extra reroll. If one of the dice marks the numbers, which you can see here, 2 or 3, you can't re-roll those dice. Okay? It's not really crippling, but it's pretty bad now and then. Not in a repair room that requires only 8, which is pretty easy to clear, but later on they can be very, very, very annoying. Now, the thing is, if you roll and you, let's say I roll 3 dice and I get 6, 6, 2, okay. 6, 6 are okay, they are not 2, they are not 3, but the 2 is a stasis roll. Well, that would be frozen, but we will consume 1 assist and it won't be frozen anymore. We are going to see it in a second. Roll. Okay, we are see assist. Now we have no assist. Now we can re-roll this if we want. But the problem is I don't want to. I don't need to actually. So what we are going to do here, we have a 6 here, we are going to put it here. We have a 2 here, we are going to put it here. Now the event is cleared. No more problems. We could re-roll again, but there's no sense in doing so. We are going to use this 5. This is the class ability of the mechanic. If you put a roll here, 5 or 6, gets plus 1 seed. So it's what I'm going to do. Get 1 extra seed. Okay, that's clear. Now the problem is each time you roll, you consume 1 dice. So for the next turn, this guy has 2 dices, which is not really optimal. But we can do something. Now, this is the guy who has an extra reroll. If I send it here, in this room, you can see here, this is the maintenance rule, the maintenance module. If I get 2 of a kind, I will be able to repair 2 hull points. If I get 3 of a kind, will be 3 hull points. As this guy can roll 3 times, it's much more likely that I get this. So let's do that. Okay. 6 to 1, nothing, let's reroll. 3, 3, okay, we have 2 of a kind. Let's put them here, 2 more hull. And now we have 1 extra dice that any other crewman couldn't roll, but this is a specialist. This thing has 1 extra reroll, so let's roll it. And a 1. Okay, a 1 is not extra useful, so we put it on the research projects. As you can see, you can put dice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each dice in its place. And as you put dice, you can unlock things here. For instance, with this one, we could win 1 extra health in this guy, but he's at half health. It's more than okay, so I'm not going to do that. You will see more than, of this in a second. Meanwhile, let's finish this. Okay, so we have won 2 hull damage. And now, the captain, if I roll in here, if I pick a 6 or 5, I will be able to replenish 1 dice in every crewman in here, which is really, really useful. Also, if I get a 3, I might win even 1 extra hull. We will do that. Okay, 4, 4, not really helpful. Okay, this was really bad luck. Yeah. A 5 would have helped a lot. But, okay, what I'm going to do, as I can't put a 1 here, because we already have 1, I'm going to consume this 1. Win 1 health with this dude. Put 1 and 2 here. See, well, RNG affects things, obviously, but it's not all RNG. You will see that later. We are planning things. I mean, this could have been really good, hasn't been. Well, Life sucks. Okay, let's put this guy in here. Now, this guy is in a place with an event. Okay, we want to clear all the events, but we don't have enough dice rolls. I planned this so we could have one extra roll on these three guys. Hasn't worked. Oh well, it happens. This one we are going to leave as it is. Why? Because in this module you can replenish dice without food. The problem is if you cross a place with an event, you lose one health. And that counts even if you are start in here. As you can see, the rest of the ship is red. That means that if you move out of that position, we will get one health. This guy has 4, so losing one is no big deal. Let's go in here. And in here, what we are going to do is roll, and whatever we roll, we are going to put here. I'll explain that in a second. Okay, a 5. I could win 1 health, but that's useless because he has enough. I'm going to put it here, and suddenly he has 3 dice for the next turn. Now, if I was rolling 2 and I got 2 of a kind, I will get 4 dice. If some other character moves in here and rolls the same number I put here, he gets 2 dice. So this is a very useful way to win some dice back. And that's our turn. We are going to take the damage because this is not solved, but we have won a lot of pool in the meantime, so no big deal. Now, between turns we have the project phase. Now the project phase is you are given 2 options, or more, depending on how many crew you have and their stress status. The stress is the bar here. You can see this one is green, this one is green, this one is green, this one is green. As they get more stress, they pick worse and worse and worse projects. And when they go mad, when they reach the red status, well, they almost are suicidal. So you want to keep the stress down. So we have 2 different options. 1 dice for our crew, which would be amazing, but at the cost of 1 health for our crew. Which could be better, but it's not that bad. The mechanic is going to have to go to the medbay probably, but we'll deal with that in a second. The second option is getting 1 health, but losing 1 dice, and I'm not going to get that because dice are life. So I'm going to get the dice, I'm going to lose 1 health on everyone. And now with the 2 food, what I'm going to do is to put 1 food here to the captain. And I'm going to use the other one as well. This gives 3 dice. This only has 2, this only has 2, but I really want 2 guys with full dice. Why the specialist? Because he can reroll. And if we put this in the greenhouse, that might help a lot. The mechanic, well, he's low on health. Probably he will go to the medbay and stay in there. Okay, let's finish it. Next turn, more events. Okay, we have 1 here, 15. The 23 is still here, and we have an 8 here. Thermal error, 2 damage. This we can clear with the mechanic. Hopefully. This is the medbay. Here we can regain health. Yeah, let's try to do that. Put this in here. Roll 6, 4, 1. Okay, we had 1 assist. You get 1 assist per turn by default. So now we are going to hold this and this, and we are going to reroll only that one. And well, not exactly as planned, but it's okay. So 2 here, 6 here, 4 here. We can't win 1 ship. We can't use the health recovery because it requires a 5 or more. But down here we have an energy boost. We might use in this guy, but I'm going to hold it in a second. At least for now. Yeah. We solved this, which is good enough. Okay, next we want to clear this. And to do that, I'm going to send Doctor first. No, actually I'm going to send the Specialist first. Has 2 stasis. It's not really dangerous, and we have 3 rerolls. Wow, this... Okay. What the hell do we want to do? We could get 2 food, okay? 2 of a kind gives you 1 food. 3 of a kind gives you 2 food. But I mean, this is way too good. We have one. This one is in stasis. We can't do anything with it. I mean, this hurts because 2 food is so damn amazing. But hey, we cleared this in one try. Let's not. Yeah. Let's not complain. Okay, that's enough. So now we could go here and try to clear this. But I'm not sure it's worth it. And the reason I think it may not be worth it is because it's just 1 damage per turn. We have 4. I'd rather go with this dude in here. No, actually, this has 3. Okay, I'm going to go with the doctor and roll in here. 2 6s. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to hold these 2 and see what happens with the second reroll. Oh my god, my goodness, Jesus, what I'm going to do here? Those are amazing rolls. Okay, I brought this in here because I wanted to get 1 extra health for these 2 guys. Oh man, this thinking. Okay, so we only win 1 health if we put 1 6 here, but of course that means we can't put it here. Means less food. We still have the commander or the captain back there to replenish our dice. And at least I want 1 food. Okay, what I'm going to do is to... Actually, this 4 has no real use. So I'm going to do this. This. And... yep, leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. Yep. We are not using 2 dice. Which is not optimal, but could be worse. Okay, we are throwing 3 dice. Oh yeah, this is amazing. 1 food, 2 food, replenish 1 dice to everyone, reroll this. Oh, and even we get this so we can use the repair arm, which takes 5 and gives us 3 hull damage. Okay, this was amazing. We have enough food, we have a lot of hull. We have 3 guys with full dice, and this dude is going to get now more dice in a second because we are going to spend 1 food in there. Okay, now we have 2 options. Minus 30% for our crew, which is amazing, honestly, at the cost of 1 ship. We have more than enough ship. We don't care about that, honestly. Plus 2 assists, minus 1 ship. The assists are great. It depends on what's coming now. Now we could have a brutal event, and we don't have a lot of health in any of these guys, so I'm going to take the assists. Yeah. Because you don't only get the stasis. For instance, this orange dice means injury. If you roll a 3 in here, you get 1 damage. If you roll 3 threes, you get 3 damage. That could be really bad. The assists are amazing. We have 1 because it's 1 more turn, minus 1 ship, we don't care. The stress will be amazing, but we are not pressed for that. So, yeah. Use 1 food to replenish this guy, and we are ready to go. Oh, look at that. Yay! This is the kind of thing I was expecting. So if you roll a 3 here, you get 2 damage. Okay? Which obviously is terrible. We have 3 assists. If we move out of here, the problem obviously is that we get 1 injured by just moving out. Alright? But we have 3 assists. We should have to roll 4 threes to get killed by this. So I'm going to send this dude in here. I'm going to load the dice in here. Okay. A 5 and a 4 are really good. The rest not so much. Here if you put a 5 or 6, you get reduced stress. We have 40% stress. Might be useful, but right now not. Okay. I'm going to put like this. 8 to go. Now we have to assist. We don't want to roll in these rooms because this is the danger. I mean, this is the dangerous room, right? So if we roll here and we get 2 twos, the assist will go, and then clearing this will be murderous. And we need to clear this. I mean, this is not full damage. This is 2 health damage for everyone. This dude will die. This would die. So I'm going to send the captain in here. 2 health left. Rolls 5 dice is more. We could die here. Thankfully, no, we don't. This is a pretty amazing roll because we recharge our dice. We reduce our stress for this guy. We put a 4 in here and we are ready to go. Next in line, what do we want to clear first? This or this? 1 assist left. Probably this one first. I mean, it has 2 more chances to get something frozen. Okay, let's hold these 2 and roll again, because those are criminally bad rolls. Okay, so we could clear this. Now we are going to use the health recovery and get our health to the top. 1 here, so we have prevent injury, which costs a lot, it's not really worth it. Prevent void is really good if we get void events. I'm looking at this because we can shuffle this and get new, and I think it's worth it, so I'm going to shuffle it, put it here. So yeah, now we have anti-armor raised, disaster reduced, which is amazing, and special dudes, which is also really good. And now I'm going to roll here to clear this. Now we are not so worried about food because we have 1 in reserve. Oh my gosh, I love this game now and then. Sometimes I hate it, sometimes I love it. This is almost the best thing we could get. 1 extra food and clearing the event. Okay, we are really going on rails here. This is still here, we are still getting damage, no big deal. Okay, 3rd turn. From now on we could make cannibalism, but we are not going to. I'm going to explain in a second. Okay, we have 2 options. No movement damage, -1 dice for us. Plus 2 assists, plus 20% stress for us. I'm going to go with this, because this guy has very low stress. This will get a little bit worrisome, but yeah. And I don't like giving up dice. Simply, I don't, unless forced. This is not forcing me to, so I'll choose this. Okay, now cannibalism. One of the guys who died in the initial disaster, which happened before we started the game, we can essentially chow him. Okay, it will give 2 extra dice, but will reduce 1 maximum health, and especially it costs points at the end of the game, and it gives huge stress to the character you are giving the chow to. So I'm not going to use this unless I'm really desperate. Okay, so we could use 1 food, but to get 1 dice is not really worth it. We are going to get things as they are. We have 3 assists, which is really good. We have 4 dice in most of them, and the captain has full, so that's good. Okay, that's a void event. Now, if you roll a dice here and it's one of the void events, what you get is gone dice. Okay, the dice disappears, which is crippling. Because if you go in here without any assists, of course, assists also help with this thing. If you go into this room without assists and you roll everything 5s, everything is gone. Okay, so you mostly lose your turn. This is probably the worst thing that can happen to you. So what I'm going to do, well, who do I want to send in here? It's a 14, but we have special tools that we can use if we need to. And ideally, I'm going to send the mechanic because he takes no damage. And ideally I want these guys to regenerate a little bit of health. We'll see. Okay. No 5s. But not enough. So I'm going to reroll all of them. Much better. Tip, 2 assists. Those 2 dice I would have gone. And I would be left with 7 here, which is disastrous. So I'm going to use special tools here. Clear this, get 1 extra ship, get extra assists. It really helps because we are about to try to clear this. The problem in here is that this is an injury roll. And without assists, we are at very low health here, so yeah. Let's roll in here. Wow. Yeah, but I'm not looking for food now. We have enough food. I'm looking to clear this event. Much better. Okay, 1 stasis consumes 1 assist. Good. So we have a total of 22 and we have 16. So we have these 6 we can spare to send in here. Replenish the dice on my character and the other dude. Fine. Now what I'm going to use is the doctor to go in here because it's low on health. I'm going to directly use that, use those, and put in here. No use in getting more crew, more health when I'm at top health here. So good enough. Has 3 for the next. Probably we will use a food on this dude and this dude. With the specialist, I can get even more food, or I can go to the back and get more extra hull. Not really pressing matter right now. Also, I'm probably going to, yeah, I'm going to roll in here. I'm going to use the anti-armor right hit to put it at full health. Really useful. And we are going to try to roll some 2s here. Almost, but no. I saw a 2 there. Here we have another 2. Nice. A 3 and a 6 in here. So we have a ton of food. We don't have to worry for the food for the time being. We get our usual damage. Not a big deal because I'm repairing with the mechanic, so I'm counteracting that with the mechanic. So plus 1 health for everyone, which is not really great. Prevent stasis, minus 1 dice for all crew. Well, none of both are really good. I mean, the extra health doesn't help a lot because we have 3 dudes on full health. And we would only be capitalizing on that on the captain. That only costs 2 dice. This costs 4, which is a shitload. But we are about to use food on this guy and this guy, so food is 3 dice. So, I mean, we lose 1 here and 1 lose here. And actually, we can use 3 food. What the hell? Yeah, prevent stasis minus 1 dice. So, food for this dude, food for this dude, food for this dude. And now we prevent stasis in this turn. As you can see, prevent stasis. Stasis won't affect us. So I'm going to roll in here first, right? Because dice with stasis won't affect at all. Actually, hold on a second. In here, it does affect. So I'm going to move this dude in here because those assists we can regain later on. You will see that in a second. Okay, 6, 4, and 5. I'm going to keep. I keep everything over 4, essentially. 5 and 3. So that's 33. We need another recruitment to clear this. So we are going to do this like this. I could put this in projects. You have a lot of extra repair here. So now I'm going to put it here and use this to regain dice. So we are at full. I'm going to bring the specialist. The specialist or the captain? The specialist. The captain probably will go in here because he needs to heal. Roll in here. We only need 8 and a 3. Now we are at full dice again, so 8 here. I'm going to use the 3 because the 3 spot in the research project is occupied. The 1, 2 there. Very nice. The captain, now I'm going to send it here. And see if I can roll a 5 or more. No luck. Okay, we will use food on him. Okay, do we want to use... No. We have a full research project. We really need to start using stuff here. Okay. The assist is a little bit of a waste because we have 2, and this is not going to consume any because stasis won't affect us, and assist won't be consumed. Assist next turn we will go to 3. So what I'm going to do is to roll this. They blocked. That's because they are stasis, but as we have prevented stasis, nothing happens. Second roll, we really want... Oh, that's bad. Okay. I'm going to use the duct tape. Health kit doesn't help at all. This and yeah, that's really bad. I really wanted an extra ship because now we are starting to get low on ship. That's not good. And I don't want to suffer because we have the disaster produce here, which is pretty brutal. I'm going to use the override just to see what's next. Okay, quit pacts. That's okay. So we can clear with this, use the 1, 2, use the quick paths, which gives 1 extra ship, which will counteract the damage. Oh, and we get this repair. This is probably the best one. 4 cost, 17 repair, super balanced, super amazing. And that's our turn. Good. We are running out of food, however, and our hull won't last for a lot. +1 food, -1 ship. I'm going to take this because 2 ship is a little bit too steep right now, and I don't need extra dice because 2 of them are at full dice. Extra food, food for the captain. Let's move. Wow, wow, wow. I'm glad I have the DCC repair here and the disaster reduce. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's a hell of a lot of damage to repair. So what do we want to do first? Probably use the mechanic in here. 2 injuries, but we have 3 assists. Good. 1 here, 3 here. Ship repair. Okay. I'm going to use the captain at least in here. But first, what I want to do is to send this dude in here, clear this directly, because that, I mean, so many boys can destroy me. Now we can take the chance to reduce the stress, bring it very low, put 1, 2, 3 here. We are almost ready for the override. Perfect. Nice. So now what we are going to do is to roll in here, hopefully clear this. We will see. Okay, we are out of assists. We have 11 here. Do I want to roll all this? Yeah. We take 2 damage, not the worst thing ever. Especially because we can easily clear this. And he has a lot of health, so yeah, it is. And finally with the specialist we will go here, directly with this repair, clear this, roll everything, and get some repairs on the hull, which we sorely need. Couple of them going, another one, and these two. I'm not even going to reroll because why we have this. We could go home for reduction of stress, but not really worth it. I don't really like this selection of research, but well, we are doing fine, so I'm not going to complain. Still getting damage from here. Okay, plus 1 food at the cost of the ship, plus 1 ship, plus 1 10% stress. Do you want that? This guy is pretty high on stress. I don't really want to take any stress, so we take the food. We let it go. All right. All right. Okay, it's time for rolling in here. Wow, that's a steep roll indeed. It improved quite a little bit. We use 1 assist because that was injury. We don't get damage, thankfully. Going to clear this. Give the mechanic an extra roll, and myself, of course. This is not going to help me. I'm going to shuffle this. Now we have 1 assist, 1 dice for 1 crew. This can be really good, and suppression, which gives no movement damage. So we can cross damaged areas. Not gonna help now, but might help later on. So, with the mechanic and the doctor, I want to clear this. But first we need assists. How do we get assists? We go to the lab. The lab, with a 5 or more, you get 3 assists. So we are going to do that. Okay. I'm going to hold this, because if we get a 5, the 6 we can use here. No luck, seems. Okay, this works. 6, 6, 4. This 6 is going to get lost because we can't use it. I think I'm actually going to use a snack on this dude. I'm gonna hold it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it because the doctor, probably we are going to need that on the doctor. So let's send first the doctor. Let's give him the snack, so he has full dice. We are not looking for food here. And we used every assist. Okay, let's use it that way. Very nice, another full repair, that's really good. And now we come with the mechanic. Hopefully we don't roll many 4 and 5s. This should be enough to clear this. And we can get even more, Yep, we roll 1 4, but the assist we got through the tech, the research project, helped us. We can get a lot of food here, so, but yeah, we take 1 damage. Is it worth it? I think it is. There we go. So now we take this. We are again at 4, not the best, but okay, plus 2 health doesn't anything, plus 2 assists helps. So problem is they get some stress, and this dude is getting a little bit too high, but we are going to do that. Yeah, it's pretty high. The mechanic gonna need here to go here. Alrighty. So how do we want to do this? I'm not sure, actually. I'm going to move either the mechanic or the doctor in here for sure. Probably the doctor. And roll in here. because later I will use the captain. Ooh, that's bad. Well, not that bad. It's mostly what I was looking for, so let's roll again. Okay, not the best thing ever. We used 2 assists, but now we have a full thing here, which we can use to clear the controls here or the BSTC fail. Of course, we still need to clear this. Probably I'm going to do it now. It's a 3 void. Probably we will. If we get to 3s, no big deal. I mean, yeah, whatever. And stuff. Okay. Clear this. Do we want to use the sedatives? I think it's worth it. This guy is pretty high. We have the mechanic with needs that. We have 2 suppressions, which is really underwhelming. Give dice and regain health. Okay. Of course, now we can't use the disaster reduce. Gonna roll in here first. 2 injuries, but we have full health almost. Ooh, that's good. That's really, 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 really good. Problem is, it doesn't really. I mean, the use of the dice is really bad. Another 6, we could clear this. This force. I mean, we could use 1 for here. No, what? But I want assists as well. Okay, 12, 16. With this, we guarantee at least that even with 2 ones, we clear this. So, let's do it that way. See what pops up. Okay, so. Do I want the assists? Not really that important, right? Better we clear this. Now let's roll in here. Okay, I'm going to roll all again because I want a 3. I wanted a 3, not 2, but that's good enough. And that's pretty good. I'm not going to reroll. I'm going to bank this because we have here a 17-point repair. We are getting low on hull, however. This thing is bleeding us. +1 dice, -1 zip, no movement, -1 health. I don't care about the health. But our stress, the mechanic is still pretty high, but thankfully it's under control. So let's choose this. Okay. Okay. Let's send the mechanic in here. Let's see if we can clear this. Oh, this is unfortunate. We can clear this, but I really wanted to reduce the stress. And we can't use the override. I mean, that's not even an option. We have another very bad event that we are going to need that for. Okay, so I guess we won't be reducing the stress of this dude. Okay, let's roll again. Oh, that's bad. Oh, wow. Well, at least we cleared it. See, we really need to clear this up here. Captain, do something useful in here, please. That's not what I would call useful. It's not the worst, but let's reroll this. Okay, so we can use here and use everything to clear it. This is going to be tricky. Okay, I'm going to try to gain some hull here. Okay, this is because we need the override. This is because we need the hull. And let's reroll and see if we get another 5. No, a 6, which is good enough for here. And now we go in here, and with this override we should be able to clear this. Let's use it. We have 9 left, which we can, yeah, with this, reroll this. Lemon 6, yes! We are full of assists for the next turn. And next turn we are gone.
We've almost made it. After all we've been through, there's no turning back.
Okay, this is our last turn. Yep, we're 1 week to Mars. Next turn we only need to get everyone in here in the forward module, and well, make sure everyone survives, make sure the ship survives the turn. But if it does, we are done. Okay, +1 food, do we want that? +1 health, do we want that? -1 dice. -1 health. I'm going to go with this. Use 1 food in here. Alright, any crew inside flight control will descend in the landing module, but you must ensure the ship is not destroyed. There's not enough fuel remaining to enter orbit, so there's only one shot at this. Those left behind will be remembered for their brave duty, or they will die. So, okay. Now, we must move everyone in here. I don't care about this. I mean, this is going to take 1 damage. We essentially have 1 already. We can just put everyone in here and we are gone. But I'm going to try, obviously, to clear this. So let's move the mechanic first. Why the mechanic and not the specialist? You will see it in a second. We are full of assists, which is really great because we are not going to take damage. The flight control has this no movement damage with a 5 or more, and that's going to help a lot with the specialist. Okay. No movement damage. Good. Now we hold this. Probably I'm going to use it to win 1 extra ship. Yep. And this 2 really is not that valuable, so I'm going to put it here. Finish deployment. Now, as we have no movement damage, this dude who is in a damaged place, I can move directly here and roll happily and merrily. Well, I got 1 damage, but that kind of thing happens. I'm going to reshuffle this because this is pretty shitty. Anti-Morasic, Repair arm could be really nice if we can get it. So 1, 2. I'll roll again. And 3. Yeah. Okay, we can put that. Leave module. Now, at the end, you get points for everything. For the CISP, for the amount of health you have, for the amount of dice you have left, for how many tech points you have. So, I'm trying to maximize the points, if possible. Okay, let's roll with this. Let's try to get someone. Yep. +1 health. Oh, that's bad. Shit. Okay, let's reroll this. +3 dice, that can help. Because it has only 2. And at least we use this ship. D6 in here. This one we can't use. Okay, so finally, Captain in here. Okay, we have a 6, so this one here, this one here. I'm going to roll all this. Oh, you are kidding me, right? Oh well. We get this for health, and we can't use this. This is bad because we only have 2 research projects going on. But oh well. But we won! Take this damage and get going. And we are going to see the module descending, but I'm going to cut the ending because again I don't want to spoil the game. Has cutscenes, has a story, I don't want to tell the story. If you want to know it, look at the game. We are going to see the scores, however, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here we are in the results screen. Could have been much better had we had a proper research, because it's 5 points per dice in there, and we only have 2. So yeah, well, still that's a shit ton of points. I mean, over 1700 is really good, and we are almost at 1800. So yeah, as you can see, it's not that hard. It only requires a little bit of thinking. And I wasn't using the special crew, I was using the starting crew. So everyone can win this from the very beginning. Of course, with different crew, there are different strategies. You can play the game in different ways. You can... Well, some of them have some traits that will make some things more important than others. For instance, in this playthrough, I could mostly ignore that I was losing 1 hull each turn because I had 1 mechanic. And that mechanic was guaranteeing me almost guaranteeing me, not every turn, but most of them did, 1 hull back, okay? By putting a 6 or 5 in his slot, I was winning the hull that was losing. If I didn't have the mechanic, I would have probably had to deal with that damage. But I didn't have to. Why would I? Because I wasn't forced to. And this is the beauty of this game. Different crewmen allow you to do very different things. And with some crewmen you can go for something, with other different we can go for a different one. Every different build of crew is viable. It simply changes the strategy. So it adds immensely to the replayability of the game. I just can't stop playing this damn game. I'm playing at least 4 or 5 games each day because it's so damn addictive. I love it. I don't win every of them, of course, by far. I'm winning probably 66% of them. When it's 3, something goes wrong and I lose. Well, bad luck. That's how things go. And sometimes I simply derp out and I plan things wrong. But if you plan things, you do proper risk assessment and you go for the assists when you need it. You go for the proper tech and research projects, and this game is winnable, perfectly winnable. And this was in medium. I can win this in hard, and I have done so in hard with more than 1800 points. And I'm not kidding you. I mean, let's see my scores. My best score in normal is 1846, and in hard, well, it's not 1800. I was lying. Oh shit. I thought it was 1800, but no. Still, it's more than 1700, so it's really doable as well. Hard is much harder, however, but it's much more fun because it's much more challenging and makes you think really hard. So, Tharsis, don't read the reviews. I mean, don't even bother giving them any credit. This game is not about RNG, it's about risk assessment. If you do your job properly, you won't be relying on RNG. You are going, I mean, you have seen me moving into places with very bad crises, and I was just wiping them out with research points because I had planned in advance to do so. Okay, and when I didn't have the proper research points, I prioritized which things I should go for first. Do I need assists to go to the lab and get some? Do I need more food? Do I need more dice? What do I need in each moment? And if you do that, you are going to lose now and then, because now and then the dice are going to betray you. It happens. But most of the time you will win. And to win you need to think, and this is what I love about this game. So if you like these kind of games, strategy, simple, sit and go, you have seen how much a long game goes. I mean, that was a complete game, and I was stopping all the time to explain you guys what I was doing. So if you already know what you are doing, a full game of this can be 25 minutes easily. So super fun for casual gaming as well. If you have half an hour, you don't know what to do, play this. I love this game. It's all I know. And I hope you like this as well. And I hope you like the video. And if you're interested in the game, well, check it out. Really, 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 really worth it. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching and see you later.